So, I'm here with Joe again.
Hello
for what, video number 4?
I think it's round 4, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So we did some cabinets that he brought that he was kind enough to, let me do some comparisons and whatnot. And he had this guitar, and I was like, dude, we should do a quick video on the guitar. So how quick it is, I'm not sure. But so it is the Reverend Double Agent, and he liked it because it had the humbucker and the P90. So he has 2 different options, 2 different tonal options. Ignoring the fact that they're in different positions is tonal options. But you have a single coil as well as a humbucker. So you were looking at, or possibly a Billy Corgan model Reverend, and tried some out and bonded with this one.
Originally I was looking to upgrade a different guitar with Billy Corgan pickups, and I found that he has partnered with Reverend, and he has his own signature guitar, which was a little out of my price point at the time, but it turned me onto the brand. And then I became interested in this guitar, like you said, because it had the different pickup options to get some different tonal diversity.
Yeah. Okay, so it has locking tuners, which is nice. The neck feels really nice, like you were saying, very kind of stratty. The Strat scale length, you said.
Yep.
And it feels nice. The what is ZS
Serial number.
what?
Serial number?
What?
Wait.
Yeah, it's like handwritten in.
Yeah.
So that's just the serial number?
Yeah.
Oh, they don't stamp it on or anything?
No,
It's just like a paint pen from Staples?
Yeah. They make the guitars overseas, and then they come back and they go through a final check, and then they serial number, handwrite them on. And the interesting thing about this guitar,
I never knew that.
was
See, it's like... Good, keep talking.
So the funny thing about this guitar is the first place I tried it out, they're generally, the action's generally strung pretty high, or the action's set pretty high. And the place I wanted to buy it from, they're like, yeah, we're not going to lower the action for you, that's how they are. And so I ended up going to a different dealer, and I told the guy the experience in the other store, and they're like, oh, don't worry about it, we'll take care of you. And I ended up getting an email from the owner of the company, who basically was like, oh yeah, don't worry about it, we'll take care of you. And it came in, and out of the box, the thing was perfect. So I think they build them all overseas, and then they do a once-over, and if there's any custom work that you need to get done, they'll take care of it here and then ship it out to the dealer, or I think you can get them through some of the online dealers now too. It was a great experience.
Yeah, cool. I tend to like a little bit higher action, for my personal.
Yeah, yep.
Cool. So what kind of strings are these strung up with, do you know?
These are, I have...
Or just what gauge, do you know?
They're 009s.
9s, okay, yeah. Because they feel definitely, kind of nice and springy. I use 9s. So that feels fine. And I think maybe with this, the kind of floating bridge, I usually have just the Fender bridge but have it decked.
Okay.
Do you know what that means?
I do not.
So I have the springs in the back tightened enough that the bridge sits on the body of the guitar.
Okay.
So you cannot pull up on it.
Okay.
You can only push down. So it's right on the deck of the guitar, so it's decked.
Gotcha.
What I like about that is when I bend 2 notes, if I bend 1 note and leave one where it is, they don't go out of tune. Okay. So with a floating, which most people like anyway, like Floyd Rose, I mean, good heavens.
Yeah.
If you breathe on it, it flutters, like it's so sensitive. But see, watch what happens if I bend, say, like the B string. Okay, I'll just play the E though, the open E.
You can hear it. You can hear.
See how it goes
yeah.
down in pitch? Because as I'm bending a string, I'm increasing the tension, which pulls the bridge.
Yep.
So then if you bend a string, all the other strings are going slightly flat.
Gotcha.
You know, and my style as, you know, Neanderthal as it may be, you know, I don't want that. So, you know, but I think that sort of contributes a bit to the, you know, the nice, you know, slinky kind of feel of the strings. You know, it feels really nice. It's not tight at all. So, you know, let's check it out though. And everything here is stock.
Yep.
So that's a pretty crunchy pickup.
So yeah, it's a crunch, but it's definitely not a high gain pickup.
No, but it's definitely, you know, you get stuff happening there. And it's pretty far away from the strings. I would have this up at least like more than a 1/4 inch closer.
Okay.
I would have it dialed up really close, which is then going to increase, you know, but as we discussed, I'm not one for much clean tone. But yeah, you know, so there's definitely, you could get more output out of this, you know, if somebody wanted to.
Sure.
But it sounds nice. Okay, and then we have the P90. So there's definitely less output there, you know, but it sounds cool. You know, P90s are great.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yes. Yep. And then both together. I'm not hearing much difference between the P90 and both together.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't. It seems like the P90 is almost kind of like dominating what's going on.
It does, yeah. It seems to have a lot less output, but tonally it seems to, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, and then so this has one volume and it has tone control that just works on, you know, both pickups. Then it has this bass roll-off deal. Okay, which really intrigues me because on my guitars I usually have a treble bleed circuit that allows, as you turn the volume down, it allows the highs to still come through. A lot of times as you turn the volume down, the tone gets muddier. Okay. Because more highs roll off than bass frequencies do. So I have like a bypass that allows the highs to go to the output more. Okay. To compensate for that. Yep. Because I like to roll down to get like a quasi-clean tone. And I don't want it to be muddy, I want it to be brighter. Like kind of more Ritchie Blackmore-esque, kind of, you know, with the bright, clean tone that he can get by rolling down the volume. So this has a bass cut, which allows you to, I'm guessing, to turn the volume down, we'll find out in a second. Yeah. And then roll off bass. So basically you would have that like treble bleed circuit that I usually have, but you have that option instead of just having it all the time.
Let's see if it gives you what you're looking for.
So, okay, so see what I mean? Okay, if I play it all the way up, see how you lose a lot of high end? So we lose some perceived volume too.
So yeah, it definitely drops a little bit of the volume, but I'm hearing, when you roll that bass off, like I'm definitely hearing the high end stay.
Right. Nice, yeah, it definitely cuts some of the volume out. Because if I have the volume all the way up and the tone all the way up, and the bass cut all the way up, so that's the least amount of bass cut.
Correct, yep.
Okay, so all the way up doesn't mean more bass.
Correct.
Right, because it's cut, so it works
Right.
opposite than
Yes.
we expect. So that's with the base cut all the way up, so the least amount of base cut.
Yes.
Now if I the most amount of base cut, there's less gain, there's less volume going into the amp. You know, but it does give you an interesting option, and you're all about the different options.
Yes.
Yes. So I like it. This is really cool. It's a nice weight. It's an interesting look. You had talked about, you know, everybody has a Strat, everybody has a Les Paul. You wanted something a little different. And this is. It's different, but it still looks classic.
It's familiar. It's different, but
Right.
it's kind of like it's recognizable.
Right, exactly. And the cutout's really nice. You can totally get to those, like with zero
Mhm.
interference.
Yeah, everything is
You
right
know,
there,
I
yeah.
usually play like a Strat style in the highest, you know, still has that horn that's sort of in your way a bit. You know, so this is nice. I really like it.
Cool. I'm glad I
Cool.
was able to bring it by.
Yeah. Do you know what kind of wood it is?
We'll add it to the link in the description.
Okay, we'll add it to the description. Cool. It's nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.